Ladies and gentlemen, hello. I am Eskil Simonsson of Covenant, and we are going for a ride together. We are, where do you think we are? I'm very honored to be here with Covenant performing a show tonight as we drive through the city. We're going to do, me and Danny from Neuwelt, we're going to do an interview as we go for a little ride in Dublin. So on the map of Covenant, this is our 39th country, and that's just been an amazing ride. I'm so honored to be here invited by Alan and Fiona. We're performing tonight at the Bottom Factory. Great city, great vibe. And we just released a new album called Modern Ruin after years of I don't know, maturing. Could you say that? Of years of getting things together at its proper place, at a proper pace, and it's I think I'm with such gratitude and humbleness that it's possible for us to travel around and present our music. And yesterday we went sightseeing here in Ireland. We went to the Newgrange with a monolithic burial mound, 35 centuries old, 55 centuries old, 35 centuries before Christ. And that's just a mind-boggling experience. As well sampling the local food and beer here. Delicious. So we are touring with our new album Modern Ruin. Actually because Daniel Meyer is performing with his band Hojab tonight in Berlin. We are tonight represented by myself, Eskil, and Daniel Jonasson, our partner in crime when it comes to our live concerts from Stockholm. He's also doing festivals there, and he's part of his own band, DuPont. So tonight I'm honored to have him with us as being almost permanent, I would say permanent live member, since Joachim is not really doing much live concerts anymore. We do our battling in the studio, and tonight we are so happy to have Jeff from Modulate, who's also opening up as special guest, opening up for us. And we just did sound check. That was excellent. It was well prepared. Told me the first question you asked me, what color is your suit? And then it turns out he can also play. Very talented musician. I love the Modulate project. So very much looking forward to good times. There we go. The most memorable moment in my music career, that's an easy one. That's now. I love now. Right here, right now, the earth is my witness. And as the sun sets over Dublin, it's such beauty, isn't it? Of course, we've been through hell and back as having a band since early 90s. Touring Russia 10 days on the Trans-Siberian Express. That is an experience. Performing in New York at the Millennium New Year's Eve. That's a great party. But I like now. I think that's the most memorable moment in my music career. Why am I making music? And what is its inspiration? I've been doing music for some time now. I find myself very lucky. I love music. I think ever since I was a child, teenager, when I was becoming a teenager, that was the only thing I wanted to do. I have inherited music interest from my father. Loved to listen to classical music. There was always classical music all the time at home. In every room there was a radio tuned to the classical radio station in Sweden. So if you shut one down, you'll hear it spilling out from the next room. So I was brought up with music, and an older brother who was really also much into music. My first album was like a punk album from Sweden, and Specials and Evos. So I got the good stuff right away from the beginning, which of course influenced me a lot. And listening to that, and if you work with something, you will either develop a talent or you are born with one. I'm sure, and I wouldn't say I was a singer. That was just something I was very stubborn about, that I wanted to sing. Of course, I'm sure there's also an urge to be confirmed, to be seen, or to be loved, or feared. No, but I mean, I'm sure there is a lot of that into play as well, of course. But the kicks you have in the studio, the best kicks, what I love the most being a musician, is traveling, meeting people, eating local food, which is just incredible. But the biggest kicks is not necessarily on stage, even though that's something amazing when you share the passion, the spirit. But I would say the biggest kicks, that is in the studio actually. When you work something, you like an architect or like a creator, make something that did not exist a moment ago, and suddenly there is a song. And some of these songs I've heard mean a lot to other persons, and that's impossible to understand how that works, you know. So we make music for ourselves, and I would love to, but just comes natural. So that's, I think, that's also something you want to experience again, you know, the moment of flow, being in the being right there, right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, as our ride comes to a close, I want to send my best regards. Thanks for taking the time, sharing the passion. You know, we have a new album out, Modern Ruin. Support your local dealer, or if you download it somewhere, at least promise us you'll play it loud. I want to send my best regards from Dublin. We have a truly beautiful time here, and thank you so very much.